Well, folks, I spent a buttload of time down here in the garden today and did a lot of weeding. Unfortunately, I'm kind of out of time and I have some other things that I have to deal with before the day ends, so I am unable to finish it completely. You can see this row goes up to right about there where the grass starts. That row did not get done all the way. I actually went a little bit longer than what I wanted to. And actually shooting this video, I am stepping dangerously close to being late to a thing. It looks a lot better. These three rows here were not done at all. And they look like crap. But, you know, the other rows look good, except for the weird bald patches. And I did notice a bunch of deer tracks. So I think the deer have kind of been hanging out in here and doing their little stompy thing. That's okay. I can cook deer meat with beans when that time comes. Those rows are not done. These rows, I did like hands and knee pulling weeds and stuff, and the wind's blowing. I hope that's not messing with you. Yeah, okay, hang on. So, as I was saying before I was really interrupted by Mother Nature, these three rows right here, and I'm talking about rows in between the rows of where I weeded. I did that all like hands and knees in there, pulling everything, and then my knees started hurting and bleeding, and I got, I thought, screw this, I have a hoe down here, so I used the hoe. That really took care of everything else, except for those few rows right there in the middle. It looks pretty crappy, actually. Kind of funny, the wind is blowing because there is, oh, and by the way, the wind is blowing from the east. It usually blows from the west. There are some kind of like remnants of some weird hurricane or tropical storm or tropical depression or whatever it was. It was like Cindy or something. I don't know. Or Kathy. I don't know. But that's supposed to slam into some weird cold front or warm front or something, and magic crap happens. And we're supposed to get a buttload of rain. And there's flash flood warnings. And that sucks because my garden is kind of in a floodplain area. If you follow my videos, you probably remember me talking about kind of like once every 10 or 20 years it floods right here. Really hoping this year is not the year for the flood. That's really going to suck. There is a lot of time in this. Not so much money, but you know, a lot of time and a lot of potential. That row is so crooked. That's one my daughter actually helped me plant. I think you can see how crazy crooked it is. It goes way over then up. Well, anyway, yeah, a lot of time and a lot of potential food for this winter, so it will save money in the long run if it doesn't get flooded. So, really hoping nothing happens with the flood and the rain. I don't mind the rain. The rain's good. The ground's pretty wet. Not wet, but moist, I guess. I hate saying that word, but moist. The squash, not sure what's going on with them. That one's doing good. That one didn't even come up where the stick is. That one come up and then just shriveled and died. I don't know if it got too hot or something got it. I do see a feather right there. I don't know if the birds are in here messing with it. That one didn't come up. That one's doing awesome. That one's doing awesome. That one's doing, yeah, relatively awesome. And so are these ones. That one, and then that one. I don't know what happened to the other ones, but these ones are doing good. And I had a few beans left over, so I made a little tiny row over there. And they're doing good. So, those are northern beans, by the way. Yeah, looking at it this way, it looks like a mess. But from when you look at it up on the hill here, it's kind of cool. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm sure the camera's not doing it justice, and it just looks like a blurry mess and crap, whatever. But I don't know. I suppose after they're more established, they'll look better. Except for that crap right there in the middle that I cannot get to tonight. Anyway, I gotta go. So that thing I had to do that was super urgent that I couldn't finish my day turned out to be nothing and a complete waste of time. But I am back now, and I was able to come down here. I actually took a piece of 9 wire and wired my chair to a tree. If it does flood, I don't want to lose this chair. I like the chair. And this thing hanging down is where I keep my hoe. Yeah, that thing. I can hear people up in the woods. It's not in the woods. There's a ridge road about, I don't know, a mile up there or something. Actually, where I was yesterday's video, up there with the ham radio thing. But, yeah, I don't want to lose my tree. Or my tree. I don't want to lose a tree either. But, for fuck's sakes, hold on. Well, I guess not all the flooding is that bad here. There's a deer walking around. Looking like she don't know what's going on. The field down there has a little bit of standing water, not a whole lot. But we got until tonight, around 2, well I guess it'll be 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. What's she doing? I was licking her leg. Leg licker. So... you know, hopefully we don't get it as bad as a lot of folks southern, more than we are kind of getting beat up pretty bad with the flooding and everything. The deer looks delicious. Add some potatoes and some carrots and... Yeah, I think you heard me. Alright, look out. So I think another one heard me too. Might have some issues here. I'm just kidding. Kinda. I am gonna eat you. This fall. Right there. Uh-oh. Radio coming in. So the chickens are still in. And I think my repairs to the fence has really helped. There's 2 of them. I don't know where the other one is. I don't know. Maybe she's out. Oh, look at the sun coming down. The sun comes out like sporadically. Did a lot of weed trimming in there yesterday. And if you've never used one of them Cub Cadet 4-stroke auto wind weed eater things, it's kind of an expensive weed eater that you don't have to take the part to put the string back in it. You just thread it in and then twist a doohickey and magic stuff happens. If you do it wrong or if you get it too tight, it's terrible. That's why this whole thing is not weeded. But they got a nice patch back there they can go, and yeah, all this is cut down. I kind of debated on cutting this out. There's actually berries in there, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just leave that. I'm not going to eat those berries. I don't want to eat chicken poop berries, but I left it because we have a lot of hawks flying around, and beyond where the brush is cut right there, there's probably another 4 or 6 foot to the fence line, and it won't focus. And I kind of thought maybe if I opened that all the way up, the chickens would be a good target for a hawk. So I left that, and I left the briars that they can run under if they have to, you know, if a hawk does decide to come down. We've got this big hedge tree here. It's kind of protection from them. There's shade, and a hawk can't dive bomb out of the air into it. Now, a hawk could sit up here and come and get them, but you know, he won't have the same speed as he would as if he come out of the air. So, well, that's chicken stuff. What do you think, chicken? You mad? You're mad. There's one, there's 2. Where's the other one? Let's go find. There she is. Yeah. Let's see, you got any eggs in there? Get this thing open here. Come on, come on, come on. Get out of here. Don't poop on me. Go on. Well, you don't have to. Yep, there's an egg. Alright. Finally starting to get eggs back. Okay. No more. Gotta sweep this thing out. It's getting kind of gross. Alright, got me an egg. Well, the garden isn't flooded yet. And I do see a little bit of standing water right here. But that's kind of okay. Let's see if I can... Yeah, a little bit of standing water. And that end over there was kind of low anyhow. Kind of why I didn't really plant a whole lot there. Though that squash looks like it may be in some sort of trouble. But we're not flooded. There's no running water here yet. And hopefully everything's okay. So it's kind of funny, like when the water gets on all the limbs here. Everything hangs low. That's like maybe 16 inches off the ground. Usually I can walk underneath that. It's kind of a cool thing. The ruts are heavy with water. There's water in them. This guy's hanging low. It's actually really cool to look up in the woods right now. And you can hear all the... It sounds like it's raining. It's not. That's just everything running off all the leaves and stuff. But the woods is really like borderline inviting right now. That's kind of weird. I've never seen that before. That is a buttload of some weird mushrooms all around this fence post here. And there's like 1,000 of them things down in there. That was not there yesterday. Wow, that's really cool. Now I'm not going to eat them because I don't trust that, but that kind of come out of nowhere, really. So it does look like the creek's up a little bit. I think we've got another 12 hours or something left on the flood warning and severe thunderstorm warning. Looks really cool back in there. I used to fish down there when I was a kid. No, I used to fish this entire creek when I was a kid. Looking off to the west there, it does look relatively ominous. Ominous is a big word that I don't usually like to use, but yeah, I guess we're in a little break in the rain. But the creek didn't come up as much as I thought it was going to, and I'm very happy. It's got another, let's say 8 foot before it breaks its banks. And over here, it's pretty muddy. It does that after heavy rains, and kind of cool. That is why it gets muddy. All the tributary streams leading into it do the deposit of muddy stuff. That one over there, that one goes way back up in that direction. But yeah, for the most part, the big muddy is muddy. It's not the big muddy, but that's just kind of what we call it. Spent a lot of time here as a kid. Kind of neat to see. And I do believe it's starting to rain now. So, time to head back to the house for now. Well, yeah. We got rain again. And still. And we got a few more hours. I would say maybe 12 hours. Or 10 hours or something like that. Of this. And so far it doesn't look like my garden's going to flood. It does look like the storm has kind of taken some detours around my area, thankfully. But it's coming down. It's not coming down really hard, but it's coming down pretty consistent now. And it looks like it's going to continue to do this for a while. I guess tomorrow we will see. Looks pretty cool up there though. There, you can see the rain right there, yeah. Ooh, lightning. Let's see when the storm, or the boom comes. What is it? Sound is 1,100 feet per second. Light is 186,000 miles per second. I still haven't heard the boom. No, there it is. Alright, I don't know, that's, what, 5 miles away or something? I'm sure I'll get an alert on my phone when it comes. But anyway, yeah, ain't that cool? Yeah, they can't even focus on it because of all the... maybe. Yeah. That's what it's doing. It's cool. It sucks, but it's cool. I mean, what can you do? Gotta make the best of it. And that sky looks crappy and cloudy and yuck. Alright. So, it is raining here again. During the shooting of this video, I uploaded an alert to all of my area friends where the interstate is frickin' closed because of the rain. The interstate is maybe 10 or 12 miles away from where I live right here. It's closed due to flooding. And the rain is still coming down here. we are usually the folks who get the flood and the rain and the impassable roadways. Strangely enough, this time we don't have that so far. But yes, east of I-77 in Cambridge on I-70, it is closed. Do not go that way. You will be swimming. Holy shit. Well, folks, anyway, I'm going to end this video now and I guess get my life preservers out and maybe go see if I can go help some people. Wish the best to everyone out there in the viewing area, and, well, the viewing area is the world, but I mean in my recent area, not like I've been anywhere else, my local area. Hey, hold your breath, and this is why we prep, folks. Love your face. Out.